So I picked myself up, got myself together, but right before exiting, my brother goes, I'm coming with you. If they all try to jump you, I got your back. So I step outside, pulled up to the three homies, and now it was time for the showdown. Now my heart started racing. Say it's one thing to fight one person, but fighting three, holy! You ever thought about what did public school look like in the 2000s? Nah, not just any school. I'm talking black hood schools. And that's just one day of school. Now, for most of you, I know y'all Gen Zs and Alphas, but your boy, I'm a millennial. See, I grew up in times where schools were way different. First thing first, no smartphones Mike got. When I was a kid, we had to sit there for 7 long, boring hours and pay attention. Do you know we had a 7-point grading scale? I don't think you heard me. Kids today are passing with a 40. A 40 is a D. You know how dumb you gotta be to get a 40? See, in the 2000s, a 70 was a D. My parents would have beat the brakes, transmission, and the cooling off me for coming home with a 40. But check this out though, we had no social media. The best thing that could have ever happened to my generation. I can't imagine all the dumb things we did as kids being saved online for the rest of our lives. Holy! But the one thing we did worse than any generation was the fights. See, I went to an all-black school. Kids were crashing out. In my school, we had two choices. Either throw fair pay or become someone's bitch. And that, my God, is where this story begins. So for this story, I'ma take you back to my public school years. So it was a Wednesday at school. Now, one thing I hated as a kid was riding the school bus. See, the school bus had a mix of all the kids. The good ones, the bad ones, the smart ones, the dumb ones, and the bullies. Now, since my house wasn't too far from school, on most days I would prefer to walk home. But on this particular day, we had a problem. See, right after school, I got outside, looked up, and noticed the storm was approaching. Dang, that looks bad. Man, that means I gotta ride the bus home. Now, since I didn't want to gamble on getting rained on, I had no other option but to ride the bus. So I got to the bus, got to the back, and had a seat. A few moments go by, but right before the bus leaves, I hear someone go, "You sitting on my seat." Now, first of all, I'm nobody's bitch. And second, that's public school. Nobody owns the school bus. And third, I didn't see the man's name on the seat. So I go, "I don't see your name on it." See, what I didn't know was this bus had unwritten rules, which worked in the following manner. All the younger kids sat at the front and all the bigger, older kids in the back. Now, since I was one of the youngins, my behind belonged in the front. But I didn't know. Come on, my guy, I barely rode the bus. But it's like I said, I'm nobody's bitch. So I turned my head, ignored the guy. The bus rides off, drives all the way to my neighborhood. I hop off the bus, start walking for a few blocks, and that's when I noticed it. See, walking behind were 3 kids that sat behind me. So I started thinking, hold up, Tim, I know they're not thinking about jumping me. Dang, I gotta do something. Bruh, I ran like a bitch. Mama! I looked towards the back and these kids were on my tail. So I rushed to the house, got inside, locked the door. Oh, thank God. I was so close. Open this door, little bitch. When you come outside, we're gonna f you up. So I rushed towards my brother's room. Tell him, you're not gonna believe this. They tried to jump me. Who? Some kids from the bus. What'd you do? Run. What? See, let me explain something to you. I grew up in a household where my parents taught us always stand up for yourself. Never let anyone put hands on you without fighting back. But most importantly, never run. See, if you ran, each time you see that person, you'll be running forever. So bro looks dead into my eyes and goes, you better go outside and fight all 3 of them. What? Let me ask you something. Would you go back outside and fight 3 bigger, older kids? I don't think so. Remember, my house rules came with 2 choices. Fight all 3 kids by myself or let bro tell moms and pops that I ran like a coward. But I feel damn turn a 3v1. Boy, you crazy? See, I feared my father 100 times more than anyone at school. I would rather fight 100 kids than face my father in a 1v1. So I dug deep into my soul and went, come on, Tim, you got this. So I picked myself up, got myself together, but right before exiting, my brother goes, I'm coming with you. If they all try to jump you, I got your back. So I step outside, pulled up to the 3 homies, and now it was time for the showdown. Now my heart started racing. Say it's one thing to fight one person, but fighting 3, holy, I'm cooked. But right before starting, I remember something my mother always taught me.
Son, if you're ever fighting more than one person, just remember, they fear you more than you fear them.
Which is true because anyone that's afraid to fight you one-on-one and needs help is a coward. So I looked deep into all their eyes and went, let's squabble. But then, from the look in their eyes, I could see their demeanor change. See, never in their wildest dreams did they think I'd be brave enough to take all three of them. But in my eyes, they could see something deep inside me had changed. And I bought my big bro to watch my back. So there we were, me about to pack out three homies. So they all looked at me, looked back at each other, and just like that, they folded. On God, let me tell you something. I damn near myself, I was bluffing. These boys would have folded me like a bag of laundry. But it's like they say, in life, our problems continue to follow us. No matter how big or small, we have to face them. So my parents got home, and boy, was I happy when my brother told them I stood up like a man. So, moral of the story. Courage isn't just having the strength to go on. It's also going on when you don't have the strength.
Ooh, y'all little bad kids at Alexander High School, the one that's out there in Washington, D.C. These little niggas got the whole school shut down because them kids was up there beating up people. They had about 4 fights. In one day, they had 4 fights. Knocked out the security officer.
You know what? I apologize to the new YNs. I thought we had y'all beat. But this is mad crazy. Y'all taking it too far, knocking out the security? What kind of soft-ass security y'all got?
She laid up on the floor. And Lord, tell me why this school is predominantly black. Them little black blacks. Y'all finna be taking care of y'all own kids. Cause y'all kids are now being sent home. They gonna shut that school down and make y'all take care of y'all own little badass little high school kids. 2 students was charged with assault and battery. And how they assaulted and buried that poor little security worker who they had on the ground. Knocked the hell out. This school is bad. Your kids go to the school, I suggest you pull their ass out and go put their ass in another damn school in another goddamn district. Because them kids over there is bad. Them teachers said them kids is bad as hell. They be sitting in the hallways, standing in the hallways. They don't go to class. While class going on, they done skip school in the hallways. You tell them to go to school and they shoot them teachers birds. Tell them get out their face. They don't listen.
Within this school community are not new. In May of 2022, an 18-year-old ACHS student was stabbed to death during a fight at a nearby shopping center. Months later, police arrested 3 students after a brawl on campus. And in March of last year, a 15-year-old was arrested for stabbing another student in the face.
I know you heard that, in the face.
Stabbing in the face? Diabolical. That's it. Y'all got it. Gen Zs, Gen Alphas, y'all won.